Hi, so I didn't post a video last week, so this video today is the Vaccinations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess episode 5 and episode 6. The Vaccinations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess episode 5, Komari finished writing. I do not know what she wrote, however, I would read it. I expect whatever was written to be funny and exaggerate events. Komari goes to bed and Vil is in her bed ready to warm her up in this cold night by being naked. Komari says no. In the morning, Komari, Vil, and Keiaso walk down the hallway. Keiaso tells Komari she has a t-shirt. Komari didn't know about t-shirts being made and complains she does not look like this. A woman who is also walking in the hallway tells Komari she's doing a good job as leader with her unit being undefeated. The woman then tells Komari she is weak, right? Komari responds by asking who she is. Vil and Keiaso laugh at that. The woman is Mascaro, the black flesh. Vil tells Mascaro sorry for Komari not knowing who she is. As an apology, Vil gives her a sweet and a t-shirt with Komari's face on it. Vil says Komari is strong, which is why there are t-shirts. Vil is insulting Mascarell with the gifts. Mascarell yells at Komari for insulting her. She tells Komari they will never be friends. Mascarell will not acknowledge Komari. She also says just because she is Lady Karen's favorite, do not act cocky. Komari goes visit Lady Karen. Lady Karen tells Komari her father died. She also says 5 high-level officials were killed in 1 week. This is a problem. Thinks core implosion was used. Asks if Komari will solve this issue. Komari says she doesn't want to. Lady Komari says if she can find the person who is killing high-ranking vampires, she will be given 1 week vacation. Lady Komari has Sukuna help. They will work together to solve the case. Sukuna is a Crimson Lord. Sukuna is really shy and easily embarrassed. Next day, Sukuna writes to Komari and tells her she became a Crimson Lord by accident. She accidentally killed a Crimson Lord and because of that took over the job. Sakura has no confidence. Sukuna will not quit because you will die. Sukuna looks up to Komari. She admires her. After reading the letter, Komari thinks Sukuna is adorable. Vil tells Komari those two should meet and have a successful talk about how to capture the murder and do nothing else. Komari makes an announcement to her troop. She asks if they will help her catch the murder. The guys are happy to help her. Keiaso suggests Komari give them an award for whoever catches the murderer. Komari says she will give a reward of 3 days vacation. The men stop cheering. They do not care about taking time off. Komari says whoever wins will get tickets to the zoo. The men still do not care. One man asks if Komari will be joining on this 3-day zoo vacation. She says she can if they want her to. Now the men are happy about the reward and go off to catch a murderer. Vil is jealous by this reward. Komari goes to Sukuna to talk about a plan. A Crimson Lord, Heaven, was talking to Sukuna. He is a priest. He leaves so the ladies can talk alone. Heaven was the one who had Sukuna be a Crimson Lord. Komari suggests they eat lunch. During lunch, Sukuna and Komari are similar. Both did not want to be Crimson Lord. Both are weak, yet the men support them. Vil is the one to tell them they should patrol the palace. The murderer only comes out at night, so they should go out at night patrolling and gets them back on track of why they are even here in the first place. There is a bang. Going outside, Komari's men are defeated. Cerberus tells Komari after being healed that Mascarell attacked them. Mascarell says her men were running around acting smug. They were annoying. Mascarell was only taking care of the problem of obstruction. Mascarell says she is going to submit a vote of no confidence towards Komari. Mascarell will try to get her fired. Nighttime. At nighttime, Vil says Mascarell has eaten her sweets. The sweets had Vil's blood in it. Vil is seeing Mascarell's future. Vil says Komari will be fired. Sukuna tells Komari she supports her. Komari has to win over the remaining Crimson Lords to keep her job while also capturing the murderer. Komari will be able to do it. I mean, she's the main character after all. We will find out how successful she is in episode 10. The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess episode 6 opens with the Crimson Lord meeting. Mascarell talks about if Komari should be a Crimson Lord. I thought Komari would have had more time to try to stop Mascarell from firing her. Like Komari would have met with each Crimson Lord separately before the meeting asking not to be fired. Mascarell says Komari's group is strong and undefeated, but is Komari. No one has ever seen her fight. How do they know if she is strong? Maskuro asks Komari to provide evidence on her being strong. Komari cannot. Maskuro brings up Komari's report card. Her report card shows she is weak, not smart, and even dropped out of school. Maskuro argues Komari just wanted to be popular by being a Crimson Lord. Her t-shirts are the proof, and so is her school reports. Lady Karen argues there's no strong evidence Komari herself wants to be popular. Lady Karen and Maskuro go back and forth on if Komari should be a Crimson Lord or not. Komari interrupts and says, "It is all okay, whatever said. Maskuro is a nobody, and no one will listen to her." Maskuro says Komari and her should fight because of those words. Fighting will solve it. Komari says she will win easily. However, Maskuro has to fight Vil first. Vil declines. Komari says they can fight another day. After time passes, it is time to cast the vote. Out of the 7 Crimson Lords, 1 is currently missing today, so out of the 6, only 2 vote for Komari. Majority want her fired. Komari is not allowed to vote because of course she's going to vote for herself not to be fired. So there's really only 5 votes right now. And out of those 5, 2 said Komari can stay. Vil interrupts saying not everyone voted. 2 are for Komari. 2 raised their hand against her. Del, that 5th vampire, did not raise their hand. Turns out Del is dead. Maskuro says they have to figure out who did it. Maybe the murderer did it. That's going around. Maybe Komari did it. Vil tells Komari everyone is stupid for not knowing Vil killed Del. Vil did it so Komari would not be fired. Vil poisoned Del right before the meet, and no one noticed that, and no one noticed Del died until right now. Maskuro does bring up Del is dead. They cannot vote, and this helps Komari, so Komari might have done it. Lady Karen asks her, what if that was true? What if Komari actually did do it? If it is true, Maskuro will fight Komari. This is allowed. It is approved. If Komari loses, she is fired. If Komari wins, Maskuro will do one favor for her. Whatever Komari asks, she will do it. This is objected. This is objected because Sankaru should also fight. She is the newest Crimson Lord. This will allow them to see Sukuna's strength as well as Komari's. Lady Karen approves and agrees. Lady Karen says the Crimson Lords will all fight each other. There will be this Crimson Lord war where all of the Crimson Lords and their army will be fighting, and the meeting is over. Komari eats dinner. Komari cannot fight. She's going to lose. Komari just wants to be a novelist. Vil asks Komari about the newest writing Komari did and how she didn't use a pen name. She used her real name. That is a problem. We do not know what story she wrote. We just know this is a problem to Komari, and she runs to Sukuna's room. Sukuna eats with Heaven and he leaves. Sukuna says she's doing her best, Dad. So is Heaven the father of Sukuna then? Komari is at Sukuna's room and asks about the manuscript. Sukuna stops her from talking and says Komari is wet from it raining because she was outside and she needs to dry off. Once Komari is done her shower and has clothes to wear, Sukuna's room is a shrine of Komari. It is really creepy with the life-size Komari dolls. Sukuna just likes Komari a lot. Komari says it is cool. She is not finding it creepy at all, and she's like, good for you, Sukuna, for having a hobby. Sukuna has read Komari's novel, and Komari is bummed about it. Still do not know what it is about or why Komari didn't want her name attached to it. Komari asks Sukuna to form an alliance during the Crimson Lord fight, which I thought this was a given. Whatever. Komari and Sukuna can agree to be allies to help each other win. Sukuna asks, why is Komari being nice? Komari says they are friends. Sukuna is happy about being friends. She says they should ask Hilderas to be allies as well. Hilderas helped raise Sukuna, who is an orphan. Komari questions why is she even an orphan? No one actually dies in this world. You die, you come back to life. Sukuna says she does have a family. Her older sister is named Komari. Wait, are Sukuna and Komari related? Komari did have her memories erased and has a fake personality. It could be a possibility. Sukuna says they should go look at the stars. We do not get an answer on what happened to Sukuna's family. Kei also walks in a hallway and is stopped by another man in a different unit. They watch as Sukuna's unit practices outside. The other man freaks out. Sukuna shouldn't be strong or popular like she is. Sukuna is a newbie. Like, what is going on? something about Sukuna makes no sense. Sukuna and Komari are looking at the stars. Sukuna asks a question on what would you do if a terrorist took your family and threatened to kill someone else. Komari says, kill the terrorist. They are a terrorist, they're being bad people, so they should be killed. Sukuna tells Komari to look at the stars and is about to choke her when Vil appears. Vil pulls Komari away. Komari has no idea what is going on nor why Vil says Sukuna is dangerous. Sukuna is speaking in her room to Inverse Moon. Inverse Moon is the group Blue Knight was a part of. Sukuna is told to kill Komari or her family dies. And I think her family will die for real. They won't be coming back to life. Or maybe they will and they'll just keep on dying and keep on dying and keep on dying until Sukuna succeeds. Sukuna is the one using core implosion on high-ranking vampires. Her mission is to find the dark core location. Sukuna is given a potion. I don't know what the potion does though. This all is not surprising. I hope this wasn't surprising for any of you listening and watching. Sukuna literally asked Komari this question on what to do in this situation of bad people have your family. Like, what would you do? Sukuna doesn't want to fail for her family, so she seeks out Blue Knight to learn from her mistake and get advice on how to win. The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess, every episode always has so much information. Every episode is a lot. Episode 7, we will see Blue Knight again. The Crimson Lord War should be amazing. What is also amazing is hitting that subscribe button. Go check out my other videos. Thank you for watching.